Hey there, Star Wars fans. Jonesy the Mandalorian from the Hyperspace Database here again, reviewing The Bad Batch Season 3. So we're going to be reviewing Episode 9 today, called The Harbinger. So last week, if you remember, or last time I should say, we followed Hunter and Wrecker as they tried to find Fennec Shand to try and get more information. And it was kind of a tit-for-tat kind of a thing. She's like, yeah, I'll give you information as long as you go on this bounty hunt for me. And so they went on the bounty hunt and did that, and that was pretty fun. And then they're trying to get more information, and then Fennec Shand at the end was contacting someone and trying to get information, trying to tell them that what the Bad Batch was up to. So my money, if you remember, was on Ventress, number one, being who she was talking to, or maybe Hemlock, and a couple other people, distant options, but I think either Ventress, strong thing that it's Ventress or Hemlock. So maybe we'll see. I mean, Ventress has to show up at some point, right? So maybe we'll see Ventress in an episode or two or something. We're halfway through, so she's got to show up at some point. So yeah, we'll see. This one's called The Harbinger, and the subtitle says, as the Batch plans their next move, a mysterious stranger arrives. So maybe we'll see Ventress in this episode. I don't know, but it's worth checking out. So if you haven't seen the last episode, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you haven't, go check it out. Go check out my other episodes on the show. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Hit the bell to be notified about everything I post. All that fun stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this so we can get going. So episode 9 of season 3 of The Bad Batch, The Harbinger. Let's go. All right, starting off back on the island again with the Bad Batch, where the Bad Batch are kind of calling home again, which is kind of a cool place for retirement, you know? So
you got it, Wrecker.
You made a new friend.
it's interesting having Wrecker and Crosshair making friends on the island and stuff.
She's the only lead we have.
Crosshair's got to be like trying to figure out how to fit into this new society and stuff.
The Empire's targeting Omega.
Does it matter? We're not handing her over.
I'm kind of a fan. It looks like the Bad Batch have new coloring on their armor. It's like much darker and more neutral. I hope that's kind of what they're going for. I like that look.
Okay.
We've been in there plenty of times, but not when something else was in there. Something or someone who's hiding out. We'll just see a lightsaber. Oh, there's a ship in there. Yep, there it is. Ventress. I wondered if she'd show up. Yeah. Okay.
You heard her.
I'm kind of surprised that Ventress didn't just, like, grab her and go.
Gladly.
If she's a bounty hunter now, or whatever.
For rogue clones who are trying to lay low, you're failing spectacularly. Fennec sent me.
Oh, yep. So Fennec was talking to Ventress. Well, okay.
How'd you find us?
All the things.
I have my ways.
It's just,
I hear you've been asking questions about M-count.
Because of some M-count experiment they're doing.
Omega's not fooling anyone. It's for a friend.
It's
Wink,
something
wink.
in the blood. Everyone has it, but at varying levels.
You're saying I'm a Jedi? I mean...
Of course not.
Cat's out of the bag.
Your blood
Omega.
doesn't make you a
Sheesh.
Jedi. You'd have to be trained for that.
Please. No one's been able to give me answers.
I wonder what Ventress is going to do to test
I need
the
to know what
M-count,
I am.
the midichlorian levels.
Fine.
She's going to run through a traditional
But
Jedi
just
test.
remember,
Probably,
You
because I mean,
asked
Ventress
for
was
this.
trained as a Jedi before she fell. Before her master was killed and she abandoned the Force and joined up with Count Dooku.
how fun for me.
Ventress is just like,
Again.
great, I have to deal with all of
Says you
these
know about
noobs.
this. You must be a Jedi, right?
No, but I know some of their ways. How do you want this to go?
I love how Ventress is just like, I'm still very much a threat. And the clones are like, we are also very much a threat. So we're willing to, you know, protect Omega by doing whatever is necessary, but just want to make sure that you're, you know, thinking about this before you do it. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's go, bare knuckle brawl. Ventress is just, yeah, she's got all the hand-to-hand training that the clones have, but I mean, like, similar, you know? They do teach in the academy hand-to-hand basics and stuff, but you gotta know Ventress has been trained in all that stuff outside of the Jedi Order. Being a bounty hunter as well, you know, like, she's got all kinds of training. I love all the holds and things. That's so cool. Oh, an arm bar. Look at that. Oh, man. This is cool. And Omega's just blissfully ignorant. She's like, oh, yeah, I need the right flower for this. Cool. I'm still doing the test. And they're just like, yeah, we're not interested in the test anymore. Oh, look at Ventress go. Oh, the yellow lightsaber. Yellow is my favorite color, so I'm a fan.
I wasn't planning on killing you.
Oh, it's her curved hilt that she changed out the blade. Interesting. All right.
Good
All right.
Dad.
Interesting to see where Ventress will go.
Ventress can't be
If
trusted.
they'll make her into
We
some
don't know
kind
the
of,
things she did during the war,
like,
Omega.
hero or something.
We do.
They're talking about her
Okay,
past,
But
and it's
if
interesting.
she's as bad as you say, then why didn't she kill you when she had the chance?
Get in. Time for your final test.
A test of trust. To see, like, should you be going in a boat with a stranger out in the middle of the ocean where she's going to leave
Stop
you?
smiling. It's unsettling.
She didn't tell her to put her hand out like that.
I don't like
But I
this.
suppose maybe she meant a literal reach out.
We gave Omega a reach out.
She's gonna connect with a whale or something. It's gonna pop up. And it'll be like, what is the deal? Yeah, bunch of fishies. Gonna form a fishy whirlpool or something. Oh, that's a big guy. Who dis? Oh, that's cool. I want to see the big creatures. Let's go.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Get to the Marauder.
Oh, man. It's like Jaws. What is this thing? Oh, weird.
Not intentionally.
Did you summon that? Not intentionally. It's like a tortoise thing. Or like a... Oh, there were eyes underneath that. That's kind of weird. Oh, it's like a kraken. It's a big old kraken thing. And into the water they go. Gosh, don't you love the Havoc Marauder? Isn't that such a cool ship? Pretty legit. Oh, man, it said what it was, like a Vrathian or something. Vrathian, that's what the creature is. Interesting. Oh, look at Ventress go with her lightsaber. Let's go. Interesting that it works well underwater. I know that Kit Fisto had modified his lightsaber to be able to work underwater. But traditionally, they don't operate well underwater. It's like an electrical device. It shorts out. Interesting to see Ventress connect with the animal like Ezra would with his. But I'm curious as to the relationship between them. Okay, it seems to be fairly amicable. I could see Ventress like dominating the creature rather than connecting with it. You know what I mean? Watching just like that, Ventress is just in and out, done in one episode. That's probably what that's gonna be. What a tease, you know? You know what I mean? It's also an interesting looking ship. It's like oddly shaped. It's kind of bizarre. But nah, that's probably it, isn't it? Yeah, such a gap between like the end of the episode and the actual end. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Like, watch, it'll probably just be, I feel like that's what they're going to do with this, is they're just going to cameo characters for one episode and just be like, and we'll never see them again. Okay. I mean, you see Fennec in like Book of Boba Fett and, you know, some other project stuff, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but Ventress, like, you haven't heard anything from her since the end of the Clone Wars. And, you know, we've talked about the book that she's in, which, spoiler alert for that, it's called Dark Disciple. And if you want to go read it, you feel free to do so, but I'm going to spoil the ending of it for you right now. So I talked about this previously, so if you watch that, then you already know. But that's the warning. That's what you get. But the end of Dark Disciple, it's about her and Quinlan Voss, the Jedi, and Ventress dies at the end of the book. So I can't remember if that, I can't remember if that's canon or not, or if that's a Legends source. I thought it was canon, but I can't remember now. The time period of books when they transferred from Legends to canon gets fuzzy to me. Like I can never remember which books are canon and which books are still classified as Legends. Like it crosses over that, and I just forget. But so yeah, at the end of the book, she dies. So it's like, well, okay. So if that's canon and this is supposed to be canon, then they're going to have to resolve some things. But if this is supposed to take place before that book, then okay, cool. We're still kosher with timeline stuff. But so I don't know. You know, there's stuff to think about, I guess. But interesting if you know, if she does indeed have a high M count, she's not really if she does have a high M count, she's not really exhibiting any Jedi-like tendencies, which is interesting. But it also just like throws a wrench into the whole midichlorian thing, which I'm kind of like, oh, why did we have to invent midichlorians? Because then it's like it went from before where, you know, it didn't matter who you were as long as you were trained, like everyone could access the Force, and how strong you were in it depended on how well you were trained and, you know, how you're disciplined for it and everything. And then with the introduction of midichlorians, it's like, just kidding. Not everyone can be a Jedi. It's, you know, dependent on these tiny microscopic alien life forms in your cells. And if you have a high number of them, that means you're more sensitive to the Force than someone else. And so training doesn't really matter. It just depends on how high your midichlorian count is. And I'm not a fan of that. It's just, it kind of cheapens the experience, in my opinion. I mean, that's George Lucas's deal, so it's his thing. He makes it, so I'm kind of like, you know what? It's his baby. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? But I felt like that was a little weak to me. So I'm just throwing that out there. But tell me what you think about that. What do you think about midichlorians? You know, and that whole business. That's kind of a holdover. That's a prequel thing, you know, like it wasn't around in the original trilogy and they brought it in the prequels. One of the things that I'm kind of not super a fan of in the prequels, I'll be honest, every trilogy has its issues. It's not a perfect series by any means. I love Star Wars, so I mean, don't get me wrong on any of that. I love, like, the prequels are great in my opinion. Okay, I say great. They have really good things in them, and they have really not so great things in them. It's a thing, okay? You know, like, I can do a whole video talking about the great things and the not so great things about each of the trilogies. But my point is, there were a lot of things that, you know, were created in the prequels that have trickled down into the sequel trilogy, which is its own thing, and now some of these other shows that they're kind of trying to, it feels like they're kind of trying to shoehorn some of that stuff in. And like, because A, you get to C, you have to have B in the middle, and so it's like trying to make things line up because of something that's already established. It's an interesting dynamic, is what I'm trying to say. So, it'll be interesting to see where they go with all of this. And like I said, this is episode 9. There's only 15 episodes, so we only have 6 episodes left. And there's 1 week coming up here soon where they're going to do a 2-parter. So we don't really have a whole lot left to get through a lot of this stuff. I was talking to my buddy the other day, and he's like, I'm kind of surprised that they aren't like getting the ball rolling on more of this stuff, because they only have 6 episodes left, not even of this season, but of the show. So this is the final season. So they're not making any more after this. So it's like, you got to wrap everything up in 6 episodes. That's a lot to do in a short amount of time. So unless they really start kicking things up a notch, they've got a lot of loose ends I hope they don't leave open. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see what the future of it's going to be. I kind of hope we see Ventress again, and it's not just a one-off, but I could easily see them just doing that, like with Fennec, too, just being like, nope, that's just the one, that's all you get, and then you'll just have to deal. Well, okay, at least we get one. That's a thing. So yeah, that's a deal. But anyway, tell me what you thought about this episode. Did you like seeing Ventress again? Did you like kind of her transition? It seems like she's not a hero at this point. She's not really a villain at this point either. She kind of fits into that. I don't even know if I'd say, like, I'm not really a fan of the anti-hero moniker, because an anti-hero is just a villain, a not very good villain. That's what that is. It's the whole idea of having someone who's just like, well, I'm not bound by the rules. I do good things, but, sometimes you got to bend the rules a bit to be a bad, to do bad things or whatever. I'm like, that's not very realistic. Like, that's like, a hero is someone who sacrifices to do the hard thing, to do the right thing. And someone who just abandons all the rules is a villain. That's just kind of how that is. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, what do you think about this? Like, that's what I'm trying to get. I don't want to ramble, but I'm rambling. I'm spitting out my thoughts as they go. And thank you guys for bearing with me on some of this stuff. And that's what it's about, right? We like talking about these things. So chat with me in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. Again, tell me what you thought. Tell me what you think, where this is going in the future. What things are going to lead up to. I just want to hear your theories and stuff and your comments. I super appreciate you guys watching these videos and chatting with me. It's super fun. So yeah, be sure to leave me a comment, chat with me. I want to hear from you. Check out my other videos as well. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and the bell to be notified every time I publish something new. I'm doing these reviews every week. I'm releasing the Hyperbytes. I'm still doing that. I'm streaming again, which has been super fun. Like, we streamed Battlefront 2 this last week. It'll be a little timing weird on the videos, but last week we streamed Battlefront 2, and we had a great turnout, and really great interactions from all you guys. So I'm super pumped to do that again. I'm really excited to get back into producing more content, and I really want to keep cranking stuff out for you guys, and I love hearing from you. So yeah, we're not going away, and that's fantastic. So we're still making stuff, and that's fantastic. Real good. So, okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up for this time. We will see you in the next episode. So may the force be with you, and take care. See you in the next one.